Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back. My name is Sting, your NLP trainer from Wisdom Solutions. And now I would like to talk about one of the topic which is I like it the most. I really like this topic very much. It is unconscious mind. And why I like this so much? Because I find that our unconscious mind is so powerful. Our unconscious mind is so powerful. Yeah, it's very powerful, and then it actually can do a lot of wonders in our life, and a lot of things from our past to our future. Yeah, our past, our present, and our futures. We are all live in this unconscious mind. So the theory behind the unconscious mind is actually developed by a person called Freud. He says that our unconscious mind and conscious mind is actually like an iceberg. So I think you have seen, an iceberg. An iceberg, we can see that the tip of the iceberg is actually above the sea level. This is what we see is something we call, this is a conscious mind. What we see is a conscious mind. This is what we see. It's called conscious mind. And then what we don't see is actually unconscious mind. Yeah. So what does that mean? The first encounter of unconscious mind for myself is actually not in NLP. It's actually when I study my biology back into my Form 4, Form 5 or Form 6. I can't remember which date. So the teacher actually do a lot of experiment with us, like reflections. They put a ruler. We go to the laboratory, and then they put the ruler. Ask a friend to put the ruler and our finger here. Then it drop the rulers, and then we try to catch it. Then they call it the reflections. So all these, right? Yeah. So all this, right? Do you think is conscious? Or this is unconscious? You may say conscious. A lot of people say conscious. Yeah. A lot of people say conscious, but actually I will tell you this is unconscious. In terms of psychology, when the person actually using the conscious mind, is when the person is actually doing calculation. When the person do maths, calculations. When the person do critical thinking. When the people do critical thinking. When the persons do a lot of analysis. So, psychologists actually says 95% of the time that we live daily, 95% of time we are now is actually operate in unconscious level. 95% is actually we operate in unconscious level. And when you listen to me, and then your brain is actually working like listening and absorb the information, and then inside your heart, then you may think, this thing, what he say is either correct or not correct. Yeah, this is we call analysis. Actually, is in your form of conscious mind, which is only the 5%. A lot of people, before they learn this unconscious mind, they always think that our body is actually function in the conscious mind. But the psychologists and then the biologists always tell us that our body is actually maintained 95% in unconscious level. For example, you have taken your breakfast, you have taken your lunch, or you have taken your dinner. So the food actually coming into your mouth, and then you chew, and then you swallowed it, and then it actually going down towards your stomach. And then when the stomach is empty, they give an indication to your brain, and then tell you, think I am empty now, I need food. So it will trigger my brain to release certain hormone and then tell me, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat. So I go and eat something. When the food go into my stomach and then it fill up, and then that food inside my stomach start to tell me, my brain, okay, brain, I'm full now, I don't need to have anything, don't eat, stop eating. So I stop eating. So when I stop eating, then my stomach, what they're doing to do, they will tell my gallbladder to have certain hormones, to have everything coming in, everything they're coming in, then they start to do the digestions. Then they start to do the digestions, and then upon the time, then it will going down into my intestines, and then going towards my rectum, and then to discharge it out. So whatever food that I putting into my mouth after all this complex digestion, is actually very, very complex. The nutrition in the food actually being stored. And then it actually being put up into my certain body, to my muscle, to my brain, to my heart, to my lung, and to any other places for them to function well. So later, if I go to jogging, or if I go to play my basketball, or if I go to play my badminton, if I go to play tennis or play golf, anything you do, physical work, or even though when you go to sleep, your heart still pumping, your lungs still breathing. And then actually who instruct them to do all these things? If I run, means my quad muscle need a lot of energy. And then that is the most, at that moment, my quads need the most energy. So then all the blood will rush to my quads, and then any other body part that help me to run. Then who actually give the instructions? It's not the conscious mind. Our conscious mind can't instruct our body, say the ATP, oh, come on now, liver, give 75% of your glycogen to the two quads. One is 50%, the other one is 50%, or something like that. Our mind don't tell them. It's the unconscious mind actually working. And then how tall you grow, and how big you grow, and then whatever it is all because of your unconscious mind. So the unconscious mind is actually the domain. It's a place to make you grow, to a place to keep you going. Therefore, it's actually the place to keep you moving forward. It's a place, the directive, the prime directive of unconscious mind, one of them says, is the domain of emotion. It's a domain of emotion. So it's a place where we keep all the emotion. It's a place how we grow. It's a place how we grow. It's like just now. It's the place where we actually distribute our nutrition, our energy towards the different body parts, so that actually I can run. Whatever it is. Then the place of emotion is a place where our therapeutic is actually performing. Therapeutic is actually performing. Therefore, it's actually the place where we keep all our past sadness, the confusions, the doubt, anything emotion we keep there. Anything emotion we keep inside our unconscious level. Therefore, if we do not go in and then clear all those negative emotions, our limiting belief, or whatever that we call ourselves, the bad labeling about ourselves, it actually causes our unconscious mind to split into a lot of parts. It causes the unconscious mind to split. Therefore, we develop different characteristics in our life. We have a lot of personality. It may be serious, become a bipolar, and then it can be serious, actually we can be double, triple, or so many personality that form in us. Therefore, our unconscious mind is a place that is so important, And then it keep all the emotion repressed. It keep it all repressed because we need to move on. For example, something happened to somebody right now, and then there is something that is very serious to the person, and that person cannot move on. Then how? That person cannot move on. Tomorrow need to go to work, or tomorrow need to do some other things. But if that person cannot move on, then how? They cannot do anything. They will live in the pain. Somebody is like that, yeah? Somebody is like that. Therefore, the person like that will form depression in their life. Then if the person, they need to go to work, they got no choice, they need to go out to work, and then they need to forget temporarily the pain that person endure. Then actually the emotion is actually being pressed down in the unconscious level. And the person go out to see the other person, colleagues or anybody, then the person will say, I pretend to smile. I pretend to be a good person, normal person. I still go to work, I do some other normal stuff. Therefore, this is actually unresolved negative emotion being repressed until one day, then that person, when the person is in the loneliness, alone, that emotion start to come out again, that person cry again. That person will be re-traumatized again. Until that person go to seek help. They seek help to either seeing people like us or seeing people like psychiatrists or psychologists. They help them to resolve the problem in their life. And until the emotion, the negative emotion is being released, it has been released, that person will never be getting better. And of course, in NLP, we have a lot of methods, to help our clients to release their negative emotions, so that when the next time, when this memory come back to them, they do not have any negative emotion. So when the time they seek for advice, they see psychologists or they see us as a therapeutic, and the unconscious mind will present the emotion, for resolutions. So at first, the negative emotion is there in the unconscious. If cannot solve, then it repressed. And when that person seek help, and they will represent that negative emotion and then solve it. And after it solve it and release, then no more. So that person will live normally. So it actually runs the body itself. The very important, actually, it runs the whole body. Like previously I explained about the food, about the running. It's actually preserve our body, maintain our body. It has the blueprint of our health condition now. Our unconscious know our health right now. How good is your health? The unconscious, they know. When the unconscious know, what does that mean? He actually able to help you to be aware of your health conditions. And our unconscious mind know our perfect health, which is the blueprint of our health, the best condition in us. And where does that thing actually coming from? It's actually in the place where we call in the higher self. So it preserves the body, it helps to run the body, it gives us the best knowledge about ourselves, and then it tells us. So sometimes that our body, I do not know about you, but if I observe in the nature, sometimes we see our pet, either dog or cats, then they will go to eat certain grass. They will look for certain grass and then go and eat it. And then their body getting better later. Then why they can know, they can do that? Because their unconscious mind is helping them to do. Whereas for us, we also know. We say sometimes, oh, I feel that I want to get sick already, because there is an indicator. The body actually telling us something. And even though we say we have sixth sense, our senses going to tell us, I don't want to go here, because I feel that this place is dangerous. I want to go another way. So this is how the unconscious mind actually helping us. And then this unconscious mind actually warn us, don't ever go this place. Try to go to another route. Yeah. And then this is a place where we store all of our moral being. Whatever value system that we learn, whatever meta program that we have learned, is all stored inside our unconscious level. So the unconscious level is actually the place where to motivate us, to keep us moving. Yeah. So it's where the place we keep all our moral, where we have adopted, where we have learned, we have been taught. And unconscious mind is actually the place where it actually wanted to help us, to serve us, but they need a very clear instructions. So if you want to do something, say it out in the very positive way. Just for example, I give it to you, yeah. I want to be fit. Or I don't want to get sick. These two sentences is totally different interpretation of our unconscious mind. These two sentences is actually totally different when it comes to the unconscious mind interpretations. I want to be fit. This is all direct, forward, simple. I want to be fit is very clear cut. Here, I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick. Actually, I want to be fit is another way of saying, yeah. But this is actually very negative. Our unconscious mind will pick up sick. It cannot pick up don't. I don't want is actually a nullify, yeah. I don't want to be sick. So when we listen to this type of sentence, inside our brain system, neurological system, or the unconscious mind system, they need to pick up the sick, and then they nullify it. So when they pick up sick, and then they nullify it, then what is the thing they actually pick up? Actually is sick, and then they nullify it. So when the person needs to become sick and then get better. So I don't want to get sick. But if I say I want to be fit, the thing is being picked up in our unconscious level is actually fit. So I want to be fit. I want to be wealthy. I want to be handsome. I want to be lovable. I want to be loved. All this is actually directly speak to our unconscious mind. Therefore, whatever words that we say, whatever thought that we think, is actually play a very important part to form our unconscious mind. So now think in your life, what aspect of life that you are not happy with? In that particular aspect, do you give a lot of negative thought? When you sit down alone in the coach, in the car, before you sleep, or the first thing you wake up in the morning, what is the first thought that comes into your mind? Is that something positive or something negative? If you are not happy with your life, be careful about the word that you say, the word that you type in the Facebook, Instagram, or any places. Because when you type it, it's actually coming from within you. It's actually coming from inside you. And then you put it as a word. And then actually you see it by your own eye. And then that is a double confirmation. The feeling come out, and then you write it, and then you post it. And then people start to give a comment on you. If what you say is negative, people will start to give comment also. Then it actually keep on strengthen and then solidify the negative statement that you make. and it becomes part of you. Instead, if you want something that is good happen to you, the thing that you thought in your mind, the word that you say from your mouth, they must be positive and direct. So whatever thought that you have in your mind, whatever words, the comment that you put up in your Facebook is actually a direction, an indicator to your unconscious mind. So what you want to achieve is actually start from within you. Therefore, friends, please come to my class, because in the class, I will teach this unconscious mind in the full spectrum. Now, actually, I have been taught to you very fast. It's about 10 to 11 directive of the unconscious mind. And then the most important, everybody wish to make a lot of money, and then want to be wealthy, want to be healthy, want to be lovable, want to be able to love another person. These are all the positive value in the life. And I will tell you, it's all start from our unconscious mind. And when you come to the class, I will teach you how, and then I will encourage you to do. And therefore, the life will be different. Yeah. So in my class, I don't only teach you the skills, but then I also hope that every one of us being able to master our destiny. No matter what happened in the past, but after my class, totally different. Change your mindset, change the way you think, change the way you behave. Then it becomes something new. You will be a new person, definitely different than the previous one. I'm welcome you to my class, Vision Solutions, and I'm going to teach you a lot of things and then help you to own your own destiny. To change it by understanding unconscious mind, you will be able to rewrite your life in your future. Because all things, 95% of your life, of your times, is actually coming from our unconscious level. Therefore, it is so important for you to master your unconscious level. Thank you.